All right, we want to welcome you, Coach Talent, Clinton County Bulldogs. Coach, welcome to Media Day.
Thank you.
Coach, if you would introduce your players, please.
Okay, to my right, got my starting quarterback. He'll be a senior, 2019 District Player of the Year in our district, Chase Steins. To my left, I got Bryson Cross. He'll be a junior and set behind a lot of our seniors last year, so he's going to have a big year this year.
Well, Coach, first of all, thank you for coming in. You traveled the furthest. We really appreciate it. We're so glad Clinton County's here. We've asked all the coaches before you, how are you guys navigating and logistically, how are things been going in Clinton County? Tell us a little bit about your numbers this year and how you're kind of navigating through this COVID.
It's been different. It's been tough, but you know we've been at it since June the 15th. We've been doing it longer at our school than any other sport, of course. It's not been that big a deal lately because our kids are just kind of in the groove with it, you know, and everybody's got used to it. We're dealing with about 30 to 40 kids, about 5 staff members, and so far it's not affected anything we've done. We've not had anything, you know, come back as far as any positive. I ain't even had a fever from anybody. You know, we check in every day with fevers. Our guys do a great job of doing what they need to do because they want to play. And the same thing with the coaching staff. The school keeps us in plenty of supplies, and it's been different, and it was difficult at the start, and we all hoped it would be over with before now, but it's not affected us, you know, from day to day anymore.
Players, how about your adjustment? What has it been like for you guys, you know, to go to practice and, you know, maybe the unknowing as far as what's going to happen, or that you have a schedule on? What has it been like for you guys?
I just wish we could get a helmet on and get helmet and shoulder pad days in so we could start hitting.
How about you?
Well, I'd just say you just go in there every day trying to get better and get in there and hopefully wanting to play, so you work as hard as you can every day to hopefully get to play this season. So,
Coach, tell us a little bit about your team. Tell us offensively, defensively, guys you got coming back, maybe some of the positions that you're going to be filling.
Offensively, we feel really good. We got a lot of really good skill kids. Some of them have limited experience because we had a huge class last year. You know, if you remember from my interview last year, we had 16 seniors. We're a rural school, so if we get 30 kids, we're happy. So you take basically half of our team were seniors last year, so there's a lot of talent there and a lot of upside, but at the same time, they don't have Friday night experience. Both of these guys played last year, so we're bringing them back. We'll have a totally new running back this year. We're replacing 2 offensive linemen and every receiver. So we're going to be young, but we feel great about it. We feel like the offense is probably going to be ahead of the defense this year. And the good thing for us is, aside from Chase, we're losing him this year, but outside of that, we're returning everybody on offense for next year also. So we feel good about the next 2 years there. And defensively, secondary will be definitely strong. You know, we feel a little weak on the D-line right now. We had to replace 2 people on D-line. Interior D-line looks pretty good. The ends are going to be a little weak, and we're only returning 1 linebacker. But at the same time, we're losing that 1 linebacker again, and we're bringing everybody back. So 2 years, we feel really good, and we feel confident we can compete for the district this year.
Chase, talk a little bit about, you know, starting quarterback, the changes that you're going to see in your offense. Will you change maybe how you ran the quarterback position from last year, or pretty much the same way?
Well, last year I had 1 or 2 I'd always keep my eye out for, but this year it's going to be more of a surprise because I don't have them 2 anymore. We've changed offenses, and I've got more of a run option this year than I do pass.
Which I would think, Coach, would be good since you can't run any type of offense simulation with receivers. How difficult has that been for you guys with some of the younger players?
It's been difficult. Just, you know, for me and knowing what I know, this is the year we needed summer. We needed spring football. We needed all summer. We needed 7-on-7. We needed a scrimmage. Just for the simple fact we lost so much, and we've got a lot of talent, but it's unproven. You know, when the lights come in on Friday nights, those guys haven't been there. They haven't experienced it. So I don't know how all the other coaches feel, but me personally, I feel like I'm not going to know what I have till about the midpoint of the season when we do play. Everything is going to be sloppy, and there are going to be mistakes made that could have been fixed in the summer, or if you had a scrimmage or 7-on-7, then it's just going to be an adjustment. But I really don't think anybody's going to know what they have until, halfway through the season, because that's going to be when everybody actually gets some experience under their belt.
Have your games all been decided as far as your schedule goes, or did you lose? I know you lost a few, but
We actually, we were fortunate because for some scheduling issues from a couple years ago that still caught up with us just joining district last year. So we actually had a week 1 bye this year, so we didn't really lose that game. So the way everything's worked out, we've added a couple games since, we had to push the dates back and all that. And yeah, we're full schedule. We got 9 games.
nice. Players, what are you guys looking forward to most of the season?
Playoffs. It's my favorite time of year.
I'm just ready for practice and I just miss the feeling of last year, going to practice, having fun, going to games, preparing for games, bus rides, just everything about football, just ready for it. So
For the players, how important is it that you all play this season?
It's my last year. I've got to play this year.
yeah, and there's like scholarships on the line, like maybe you have a breakout season next year, and I mean if we don't have the season, then who knows, maybe you don't get one and maybe you do, so it just depends.
Along those lines, how did the two of y'all prepare for Thursday? Well,
What's
you'll
that?
find out,
Oh,
whether we go ahead or not.
time will only tell.
Try not to overthink it.
Yeah, don't think about it.
That's one thing I deal with my players. I've been transparent with them through everything, but at the same time, I mean, you have to be positive. They're young adults, and they're have a chance to have something taken away from them, just like spring sports did. That means a lot to them. So mental health wise, I mean, that's something our staff's done. Is we spoke positive about every announcement, even if it's really bad. We put a positive spin on it. But I'm also honest with my players. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything or lead them on anything that I don't think is going to happen to where they're going to be just crushed when the news comes. So we've been dealing with that stuff all year.
Is Clinton County, have they decided what they're going to be doing as far as starting school? Is it in person or what?
They were originally going to start in person on the 17th, and then the governor's announcement, changed that, and they were going to go virtual until the 28th. But since then, we're looking right now, basically, we don't know for sure what we're going to do, but they're looking really strongly at opening in person on August the 31st. So, and there's a lot of schools around us that are opening on the 24th, so, maybe they're going to see how that first week goes and then decide, who knows.
What have been some of the biggest challenges for you as a coach this season?
Just being positive all the time, because I'm human and I get down and I hear more than these guys do. And so, when I hear things or I know bad news is coming, I got to prepare myself to be positive with them, like I said. So, it takes a little time to prepare, and say, how you're going to tell them in the right way to where they don't get down, to where your numbers don't drop because everybody's like, well, we're not going to have football, so I'm going to quit showing up to practice now, That's been tough, and then the changes at the start were tough. I mean, you've got temperatures to take every day. If a kid goes on vacation, he's out of state, you got to know that, so you got to quarantine him from everybody for a couple of weeks, so that kid misses out just because he went on a family vacation, which is normal life until this year. And then, the extra paperwork with the temperature sheets and everything that we have to turn in to the school and everything. It's just, everything's been just different, and it's been difficult, but the more we've done it, the more we got used to it. And right now we're not missing a beat. We're ready to hit the ground running whenever they announce that we can play football, whether it be this fall, whether it be spring. We're going to do everything that we can to be able to play and get these young men on the field. And that's what we're all about. We want to let the kids play. We want them to be safe. We want everybody to be safe, but we want the kids to play, so we're going to do our part to get them there.
You had mentioned about, they have quarantine if they go on vacation. Have you gotten any guidance as to if an offensive lineman gets tested positive, is it the entire offensive line that quarantines, or do they do tracing, or Do they give you much feedback on stuff like that?
At times, our school district has been really, really good about that. Our AD has done a good job with that, and basically, just rule of thumb, I've not had to deal with it yet, but the rule of thumb would be, you know, we do our 10-player pods or teams or whatever you want to call them, and basically, if we have a positive test, the way I understand it is, you know, everybody in that group will be kind of quarantined, you know, and then we'll go from there, because so far, we've not had a positive test on the team. We had one kid that was actually around somebody that was positive, so that kid went and tested. He stayed out of practice. When he got his negative test, he could come back. That's as close as we've came to anything. So, but kind of the guidance, so to speak, would be that group will be quarantined, including the coach. You know, to see, you know, if they had any symptoms or, you know, and at that time, you know, if they wanted to go get tested and get a negative test, you know, after 5, 6, 7 days or whatever, you know, a week, whatever, I'm sure that, you know, we could change something there along the way. But for right now, it would be like a 2-week quarantine, yes.
Coach, thank you very much for coming in today. Good luck this season. Hopefully, we'll see some county football.
I think so. We feel good about district. District runners up last year, only lost district championship by 4 points our first year in the district. And a lot of people may not know, we were down 17-0 third quarter of that game and had the ball with 2.5 minutes to play for the win. So our kids fight. That's who we are.
That's good football. Thank you, Coach.
Yep. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.